Good morning. I spoke at the 8 o'clock service, so it's now twice that I've heard Chris Rampelmeyer rap and sing. And it's just hard to go after that, but I will try. I grew up here at St. Andrews. My parents were married here. My father and grandparents were buried here. I'm married to Mr. Mark right there. I married him back in 1990. He does Children's Chapel, and our children were baptized across the street in the school gymnasium because it was after the church's fire. So this place is my heart and my home, and it has been with me through many, many seasons of my life. And it's easy to have faith when life is easy, but it's not when life feels hard. And so I want to share something that happened to us a couple of years ago. In August of 2017, my family had a house fire. And we lived just like 2 miles from here over in Wolfland, and the house did not burn to the ground. They were able to save the majority of our belongings, but still, it was the only home our kids had ever known for 17 years. And so, like that, we never lived there again. And so overnight, I fell to pieces. I'm talking anxiety, insomnia, depression, and I didn't know how to crawl myself out of this hole. And it seemed to have a ripple effect in our lives to the point I felt like we were playing whack-a-mole in dealing with the different crises. And St. Andrews helped and saved me over and over again. And so about 2.5 years later, I woke up one New Year's Day and said, this is going to be the best year ever, except it was January of 2020. It didn't turn out to be my best year ever. But Mark and I were like, this is a crisis. This is trauma. We know how to do it this time. And we did the pandemic much, much better than we did with the house fire. And so I want you to understand house fire is a metaphor. House fires come in many shapes and sizes. It's things like debt, addiction, divorce, a diagnosis, death, just the drama of everyday life. And so what I've really had to learn over the past several years is my relationship between abundance and scarcity. And when I say abundance, I'm talking so much more than the amount you have in your bank account. And so what I learned about myself is I have a struggle with not good enough. I always found myself kind of internally trying to get good enough for God, if that makes sense. And so finally, when that sort of laid me out, I was sort of able to rebuild myself and feel happier and healthier than I ever had before. And so much of that is due to St. Andrews. In fact, with the fire, what I thought was the worst thing that ever happened to me ended up being the best thing that ever happened to me, because it made me deal with problems that I didn't even realize were problems in my life. So what I love most about St. Andrews and why I feel I belong here is St. Andrews does not preach what I call happy, clappy Christianity. Happy, clappy Christianity is if you just pray hard enough to Jesus, your life will stay swell. Well, guess what? You can still pray to Jesus and your life is going to be hard, because that's part of life. Even Jesus had a hard life, so why would it be any different for the rest of us? So I love what I feel like St. Andrews embodies is unearned grace. I can't ever say it without crying. To me, unearned grace is you do not have to do anything to make God love you more, and there is nothing that you have done to make God love you less. So there's other places you could be this morning, but you are choosing to be here at St. Andrews or on Facebook. Hello, Facebook Church. And so, like Chris's sermon, put your white robe on, join the wedding banquet. Choose to be here. The amount that you decide to give, It doesn't matter. Just give something. Get involved. Don't just sit out here at Oktoberfest. Walk up to a stranger and say, "Hi, I'm so-and-so," and get to know somebody new, because you want to be here, and this is a great place to be, because St. Andrews is real, not just in the happy clappy times, not just at the wedding times, in the hard times, and in the ordinary moments in every day. So that's what I wanted to share, and I hope that everybody will consider contributing. And also this week, take some time to examine your relationship between abundance and scarcity. Thank you.